Hey!
Hey!
So, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about the first season of Frieren.
Yes!
Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
You know, this was an anime that I think I heard about because of my nephew, and I didn't know if I wanted to watch this one. You know, I'm more in the action, like the One Piece, Naruto, One Punch Man, vein. That's where I like to live. And this one I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks kind of soft.
But it kept showing up on all of the best so far of the year lists.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everything I read about it, people were just saying that it was absolutely amazing. So I was like, I want to see what this is and what makes it so great, because so far, all of the ones that we've seen that have been on those, best of lists, we agree with,
Yeah.
Delicious in Dungeon and Solo Leveling and
Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah, and Kaiju number 8.
Mm-hmm.
These are all fantastic anime from this year that deserve to be up there, and Frieren is absolutely one of them. It's funny because we've been watching more of the sort of D&D style group goes into a dungeon anime recently. And just by chance.
Well, it was funny because I'm so used to watching isekai.
Yeah.
That between Delicious in Dungeon and Frieren, it's no, these are just Lord of the Rings-esque fantasy shows, which is nice because it's not there's and then the one normal guy, as much as I do like isekai. So basically this is a really interesting plot because essentially it follows the life and adventures of an elf named Frieren. And in the very beginning of the very first episode, her band of heroes that she was in, they have vanquished the Demon King.
Yeah.
And they've come home, celebrated heroes. And then she's going to go off just for 50 years or whatever, because she's an elf and time means nothing to her. She's already 1,000 years old. And of course she comes back and, all of her friends who are mortal, with the exception of one dwarf, are now very, very old.
Yeah.
And it's a really I don't know. It's a really interesting story because it deals with, frankly, it deals with life and human life and connection. And
well, other anime, you would be watching the journey while she was on the 10-year excursion with her original team, and going with Himmel the Heroes group as they went to vanquish the demon, the Demon King. And in this case, it's beyond a journey's end. The journey was to kill the Demon King. They came back. This is that ended, and this is what her beyond is, because and it's such an interesting thing because she's so long lived, but that 10 years had such an impact on her life, more so than all of the other in her 1,000 some odd years of life.
Well, it's almost I don't know, it's if the story was Lord of the Rings, and after that major battle at the end of Return of the King, you just followed Legolas around while he was doing other stuff, and it's also really interesting too, because, pretty early on, sort of 80 years after this, they vanquish the king, she decides to go on to another sort of adventure, and has a new young group of people with her. And the way that the show sort of juxtaposes what's currently going on with her with what went on with her in the past, and her sort of realizing how important that adventure was, even though it was only 1/100th of her life or whatever. It's really interesting. I mean, the show kind of has it both ways, where I feel the very first few episodes, they're very they're almost like a Miyazaki movie. You know what I mean? Where they're sort of they're kind of nice and cute and beautiful and lovely and romanticized, and there's something very
well, it's her, the first few episodes were her sort of visiting her team and seeing her team again, that but they're all old now, and but them just sort of reminiscing and drinking and
but it's very whimsical. There's a lot of whimsy. There's her going around and them doing odd job, side mission odd jobs for different communities and helping out, and they're very sweet. And then, slowly but surely, oh,
you're talking about with her new team now?
Yeah. I'm talking about the first few episodes, like I said.
Well, no, because the first few episodes were her back with her old team members.
That was the first episode.
Just the first episode? No, because and then like the second episode was with Hyder, and that was where she sort of collected Fern, and then
yeah, but all those episodes are kind of like that though. Like, remember there was like cleaning the statue, true. And like there was like, you know, them. I mean, what and them with the ships. Like, anyway, a lot of it. All I'm trying to say, we don't no. All I'm trying to say is it's not like a freaking battle shonen in the very beginning. It's like, it's whimsical, it's sweet, it's story, it's slice of life. But then as time goes on, we get a few episodes in, then we start getting into more action. It becomes sort of more of a battle shonen in some areas.
I mean, I wouldn't call it that at all. I don't think it ever gets to that point because there are episodes where there are battles.
Yeah.
But I don't think, you know, but part of it is always what the life is around that. And yeah, fights have to happen sometimes, you know, because they are facing off against demons and you know, and monsters, but really even the episodes that have those battles, so much of it is about the humanity, you know, and the people that they're saving rather than it focusing on the battle.
Yeah, but I also think like it would be like, I'm just saying that's part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that all I'm trying to say is that the show has it both ways.
Yeah.
Where it's romanticized, it's really pretty, it's nice, it's whimsical, but it's also, it's not just soft.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cool, like, action moments. There's a lot of, like,
and
awesome
fighting. And...
Yeah, there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of, like, sad things. So it's like, the show kind of does everything.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate. And it's also, like, really cute. You know, all the stuff with... There's this ongoing sort of joke with Frieren getting caught by a mimic.
Yeah.
You know, where, like, if you watch Delicious in Dungeon, they have those. Or it's just, like, a classic fantasy trope of, like, the monster that's hidden as a treasure chest and then tries to eat you.
The 1% chance that there could be a grimoire that she wants in there. She has to take that chance.
Oh, totally. And I just love it. And I love the new characters. I love like the her new warrior that she picks up, and you know, her relationship with Fern, who is this young human mage.
Yeah. And
her training her, and sort of the relationship they have is very interesting, and Fern's arc in this first season is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's a kind of, it's like Apothecary Diaries. It is based on a manga written by a woman, which I think does help give it a lot of emotional depth. And it's one of those shows that I feel like if I had like a daughter, I would want them to watch this show, because I feel like it's like really cool, and it's not like, I think sometimes manga written by men sort of like female characters, it can be tough for female characters to feel like three-dimensional characters. And this, I think, definitely has that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the whole idea where you have this elf character, Frieren, who is really trying to understand humanity and find her own humanity, like live up to the ideals that Himmel, the hero, the one that she traveled with those 10 years that she followed, you know, that he lived up to. And she's trying to learn, like, trying to understand why he did the things he did and live up to the standards that he did. And it's just sort of a beautiful thing as she learns as an elf what it is to be human.
Totally. Yeah. And I love Himmel. I thought, like, Himmel is such, all the flashbacks with Himmel, he was such a great character. I'm very much a Himmel stan. He was a great character. He was great to her. He was cool. He was like, you know, he had that sort of like, he was like Aragon, but a little more like cheeky.
Yeah.
And I loved all, honestly, I loved all of her characters. All of her teammates of both like eras are really strong. Like, I love the priest character, Hyder, that they always call, what do they call him?
Corrupt priest,
because he's drinking and gambling, and I love all that stuff. I think it's like really fun, and that's the thing. Like, it's just really strong.
It's beautiful. It's exciting. Yeah. It's like, even the slower episodes are just, they're so engrossing.
Yeah.
You know, and you care so much about all of the characters.
Totally.
Yeah. It's just a beautiful, beautiful show.
It is. Yeah, I just loved it. It's it's 28 episodes per season. It's really good. Hopefully there'll be a second season, and I think it's well worth it. I think if you like fantasy, I think if you like magic, I think if you like Miyazaki stuff, it's got that stuff to it that I think is really, really cool and really worth it.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if you're not into that stuff generally, I think the storytelling and the way that they build the characters is worth it to give a try. Like, you know, if you like just, I don't know, if you just like good story, like good storytelling, you know, I think it's worth, you know, worth giving it a try because it's beautiful.
Agreed. All right. Well,
watch Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Yeah. Have you guys watched it? Let us know in the comments down below. And if not, well, you should watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.